we'll discuss about manufacture of cement. So there are three types of the manufacture process. First one is wet process, second one is dry process, and third one is a semi-dry process. What is wet process? In the wet process, the raw material are mixed wet in the required proportions and slurry is formed. In the dry process, the raw material are mixed in dry in required proportions and dry mix is formed. And in the semi-dry process, the raw materials are crushed and fed into the grinding mills to the convert into the fine powder. We will start the wet process of cement manufacturing. This process starts from crushing of the limestone, and similarly the clay is mixed with the water. You can see in the chart the limestone is the crushed and then stored in the bunkers by the elevators, and similarly the clay is washed by the water and stored in the storage bunkers, and then by the channel allowed to fed in ball mill for the wet, and then raw slurry is formed, and this raw slurry is stored in the storage tank by the elevators, and this raw slurry we have to correct it by the lime slurry and the clay slurry, and this process is done in the correction tank, and then this corrected slurry is fed into the rotary kiln. This is the important part of the cement process. You can see in this picture, this is the rotary kiln, and the thickness of the rotary kiln should be thick, the diameter ranging the 8 meter to the 20 meter, and the length of the rotary kiln ranging to the 30 meter to 200 meter, and it should be rotated once in a minute in longitudinal direction. And second picture shows the different zone placed in the rotary kiln. The dry zone, and second part is the burning zone, and then this is the cooling zone. So upper part of the rotary kiln is fed by the corrected slurry and allowed to pass to the dry zone, and then the carbon dioxide evaporated and the nodules are formed, and these nodules are passing from the burning zone, and this burning zone is arranged at 1500 Celsius to the 1700 Celsius, and then clinkers are formed, and these clinkers is passing from the cooling and stored in this area. So this is the basic process for making the clinkers. So once again we come back to our chart, the rotary kiln. After the rotary kiln we can get the clinkers, and these clinkers are fed to the tube mill with adding of the gypsum. Why we are adding the gypsum? For preventing the flash set of the cement. So we have to add the 2 to 3% of the gypsum for preventing the flash set of the cement, and then clinkers are formed, and we can get the final product of the cement mass, and we can allow for the weighing and packing of the cement for 50 kg and volume of 0.035 meter cube and stored in dry press. So this is the basic process of the wet process of the cement manufacturing, and now we have to understand the dry process of the cement manufacture. Cement manufacturing. This process starts from the crushing of the limestone and fine grinding in the ball mills and tube mills. Similarly, the clay materials also crushed in ball mill and fine grinding is done, and both materials are stored in storage basin, and both materials are mixed in the correct proportion, and then we have to preheat at 800 Celsius with exhaust gases. And then this dry mix are fed to storage tank and then allowed to fill in the rotor kiln. And rotary kiln get fuel by lower end like coal, oil, natural gas. So we can get the clinkers, and after getting the clinkers we have to add gypsum at 2 to 3 percentage of total mass. Why we have to add gypsum? Gypsum can preventing flash of the cement. So clinkers are formed in ball mill and then we can get the final product cement, and now we can send this product as at packing plant and we can get the packing of 50 kg or volume of 0.035 meter cube of cement. So this is the flow diagram of the dry process of the manufacturing cement. Next, semi-dry process. So in semi-dry process, the raw material are crushed and fed into the grinding mills to convert into the fine powders, and the dry powder called raw mix and pumped into the bleeding silo where the correct proportion adjusted and mixed by the compressed air. This blended meal is now sieved and fed into the rotary dish called granular, and 10 to 14 percentage of water added at the same time. In this way, the meal is converted into the hard pellets about 15 mm diameter. These pellets are baked by the means of hot gases available from the kiln. These pellets are fed into the kiln and the remaining process are same in the wet process. Now we will discuss about the types of the concrete. We have the many types of the concrete in our Indian market, like ready mix concrete, fly ash concrete, high performance concrete. Let's start with the ready mix concrete. What is ready mix concrete? The ready mix concrete, which is also known as RMC, and referred concrete that is specially batched or manufactured for the customer's consumption projects and supplied to the customer on site at a single product. So this is the ready mix concrete with requirement of the concrete, and we can get the required proportion at our site. It is a mixture of Portland or other cement, water, aggregate, sand, gravel or crushed stone. This technique is very useful in the congested site. If we have a congested site and there is not possible the making of the concrete, we don't have the particular area for the making of the concrete, so in that case we need ready mix concrete, RMC. Usually the prices of the ready mix concrete is slightly higher than the normal concrete, but these products offer in saving in cement content, site organization and supervisory staff. So this is the advantages we can get by the RMC, ready mix concrete. Next one is a self-compacting concrete. Self-compacting concrete can be defined as the concrete that flows under its own weight and does not require any external vibration to undergo compaction. It means it is able to flow each and every part of the formwork without compression, without compaction. So this is the self-compacting concrete. It is also known as the SCC. By the early 1990, Japan has developed the self-compacting concrete, and by the year 2000, the self-compacting concrete has become popular in Japan and prefabricated products and ready-mix concrete. The main properties of the self-compacting concretes are filling ability, which means it can be filled each and every part of the formwork. Second one is a passing ability. It can be passed with congested reinforcement. And third one is a segregation resistance. So these are the main three fresh property of the self-compacting concrete. The reduced manpower required for the casting and the finishing deals to increase in the speed of the construction. FNERC has drawn up the specification and guidelines to provide a framework for the design and the use of the high quality SCC self-compacting concrete during the 2001. So we have a proper guideline which name is the FNERC. Nowadays we have the also IS code for the self-compacting concrete. High performance concrete. This the development of the high performance concrete is a giant step in the making concrete high tech material with enhanced characteristic and durability of the concrete. And the high performance concrete is an engineered concrete obtained through the carefully selection the proportion of its constitutes like the correct proportion with the cement, correct proportion with the water, correct proportion with the water cement ratio, correct proportion with the different type of the aggregate and proportion of the fine aggregate and the coarse aggregate, so we can get the high performance concrete. Thank you.